Okay, guys, something really, really special. I have got these legends from Alice Springs Realty, Drew and Tony, who are celebrating a 1-year birthday of their real estate agency. Woohoo! Happy birthday, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Lisa. We just
1 year.
And we thought thank you. We just want to reach out to you and just say thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have gone out on our own, and we have had a phenomenal year. So
isn't that awesome? Oh, that's awesome. Well done, guys. I'll bet it's not raining up there. It is absolutely bucketing down cats and dogs here in Sydney, certainly on the northern beaches. Tell me you've got some sun up there.
We do. It's absolutely beautiful day today.
Top of 30 degrees.
30 degrees, yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Cloud in the sky.
So I'm hoping it's going to dry out soon.
Yeah, likewise, we've had our fair share of rain, that's for sure. But why we're going to have this chat today is because a year ago or thereabouts, you guys started to do some social media. So we're really, I think everyone who's listening is fascinated by social media, guys. I've just come out of a conference, 2-day conference with Tom Panos and John McGrath, a room full of 80 agents. And I can tell you now there is an enormous amount of interest around digital and social media. Now, you guys are testament as to the success that has brought you. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, it's just phenomenal. We walk down the street, people stopping us all the time, asking us property questions. We see you on Facebook. We love what you do. We have the utmost positive reviews from people. And, since we started, we've now just run the numbers yesterday. We're selling over 35% of our sales are through social only. So no paid advertising. Yeah. So it's just brilliant. Everyone loves seeing us and our bloopers that we put up, and they just it's just an innovative way of doing things in Alice Springs, and our community have embraced it with open arms. So
how incredible. And guys, bear in mind, for anyone that's watching, because I know lots of people reach out to me, lots of agents reach out and say, what do I do? How do I get started? And I know for me, there was a lot of hesitation around the fact that I was putting these properties on social media, and people were like, sure, she's selling them on social media, but Alice Springs.
I know. And
they're not small stats, right?
Yeah, it's true. And it's, I know you talk about a lot, Lisa, it's about doing the right thing by your vendors. And when we run the numbers, that 35% equates to 18 sales, and that's approximately $20,000 in advertising we've been able to save our vendors.
Which is probably advertising budget for one of your properties.
But I mean but it is crazy. But at the end of the day, it's not about saving the marketing money. It's not about saving that marketing money. It's about making sure that we are listening to what it is that our vendors want. Not every vendor wants to do the big ticker tape parade auction. And of course, as agents, it's up to us to work out how are we going to get them the most amount of money for their property. All right. But and often this pre-market launch to social media is a wonderful way of being able to do that. It's a wonderful way because, the buyers will pay a premium, as you guys know, to actually take it off the market before it launches out to the major real estate portals.
Yeah. And we call it dipping our toe in the water, so that if we do go to the paid portal, we've got a good indication of where we're sitting with price. And if we feel we can get more, we do. We will.
Absolutely. Yep. Isn't it? It really is a great strategy, is to also being able to understand before we hit the portals. It's a wonderful way of being able to hear what that feedback is from the buyers that we got through at that stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And we feel our audience, they feel very special. Like, oh, we've got to go and have a look at it. It's only on social. Come on, guys, come down. You're not going to be disappointed. And, they feel that they feel like they're a bit of a club, don't they?
Yes, that's right. Well, it is. It's the VIP social media club is what it is. So, guys, I'm interested to know, for anyone that's watching, how did you get started, number one, and how often are you posting to your socials to get the kind of success that you've gotten?
I'm probably spending up to probably 5 to 6 hours a day now, just
Wow.
content. It's huge. But the other good thing for the business, what we've been able to do as a result of being so busy, we've got a part-time person coming in to do admin 10 hours a week, so that takes a bit of pressure off. And we're probably posting on average probably 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah.
And what are you posting? Are you only posting properties that are coming on, or are you posting other sort of advice for people?
Yeah, we're finding advice, interesting links, what's happening in the market. We try to be informative as well, because you just don't want to be plugging property after property after property. It becomes a bit boring. So it's about mixing up and
promoting our local businesses that we do businesses with is really important to us, and keeping the money in the community here. But Drew's been doing posting on social before we even started our own company, because he just came across you on a podcast, and that's what I said, last year, is banging on at me all the time, like, you've got to watch this lady. God, you've got to do it, and you've got to do it. And I'm going, oh, for crying out loud. All right, we'll try it with this one property. Sold.
Yeah, and another interesting point, Lisa, is we've sold the same property twice in a year through social.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane, guys? It really is. Now tell me, what's your favourite portal? Are you doing more on Facebook, or are you doing more on Instagram? Which one of those? Or are you doing a combination of both?
I'm trying to do a combination of both through that Meta Business Suite. It just makes it easier. I do touch a little bit with LinkedIn on some of our $1 million plus properties. And that needs to go okay to find a different audience. But it's basically I try and do both. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as I say.
Now, for anyone watching, sorry, Tony, go on.
Because we have been so successful in our first year, just to touch back on the community, it's been really great feeling to be able to support and sponsor a lot of businesses here. And it's just I keep saying, and I should have listened to Drew a long time ago about you, but whenever people talk to us in the street, go, guys, you're all over it, you're doing everything, and your name gets mentioned all the time. So
it doesn't. They're in Alice Springs. I've never even been there.
Everyone goes, oh, Lisa Novak. So I go, oh, you always talk about Lisa Novak. I said, because she's the best. That's why.
You guys have got to, you and Mark have got to get on the same sometime. You'd be welcome with open arms.
I can't wait. Honestly, it is a place that we've been meaning to get up to, and that's the other thing. Like, we often forget to show our own towns and cities on social media, because we're so used to living there. You think, surely this isn't exciting for anyone. But you can imagine, like, I've never been to Alice Springs. When I think of Alice Springs, I just think it's probably, because I'm a little bit naive and I've never been there, but I think it's probably quite sparse and dry, and, that's kind of how I envisage it. So it would make for great social media for you guys to get out and actually just show us around the areas as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you a photo. I'm just going to show you a photo and I'll let Tony talk about it, but we've got a festival coming up. Can you see that?
So that's the view.
That's to the camera, guys. Wow.
Sorry. That's the view from our balcony. That's the lights shining onto the McDonald Ranges, because we've got a huge light festival that starts here on the 8th. Where they light the ranges up in all different colours, and we've got a front row seat to it, so we can't wait to have a party.
Oh my God. Well, make sure that you guys social media that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
People love to see it, right? And the international audience has obviously got a fixation with Australia, and it's great. It does make for really great content. So I've got another question, because it's one that I get asked a lot as well. When you first started to do your socials, for any agent that might be watching, how did you guys get over that sort of fear of having that camera there in your face?
When we first started, we sort of scripted and that type of thing, and it's not us.
It was silly.
Yeah. It's about, and you keep saying it, and I say to myself all the time, keep it real, keep it real, keep it real.
Yeah.
And the rest of it looks after itself. Your personality comes out how you are. And it's great fun. I struggle a little bit more than Tony in front of the camera, but I just push myself. Tony's a natural. But we just have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and it's authentic, and people don't want you reading off a script. They just want to see the property, just wow them with it. Be yourself, because you just look like a goose if you're trying to,
You do. And I think that's part of the, like, again, if I just go back to the conference that I was just at for 2 days, a lot of people coming up saying, I feel like I already know you. And that's a wonderful thing for people to say. And that's how, any of my prospective clients that have been following my journey on my social media, they feel the same. So you've already broken the ice when you've walked into a listing presentation. Do you guys find that?
Yeah, it's like know me, like me, trust me. I ran into a lady the other day in the street, and I don't know her, and she actually went, oh my God, and she went to give me a hug, and I was like, oh, hi, how are you? It's strange. It's just it's the best thing we've ever done. We're so busy now, and we work with beautiful people, and it's just nice to have that familiarity that people have with us because they're seeing us all the time. And I've got to thank Drew for that, because he's our Facebook, he's our social guru, as far as what we can be. And he's just constantly on. I wake up in the morning and you're the first thing I hear, Drew's watching a podcast, and it's like, oh, coffee.
Yeah. And the other good thing, and the feedback we're getting through our social is, gone are the days people are just messaging us now, and within 2 minutes, bang, they've got a reply. And
that's
the
it.
feedback is other agents, waiting a long time. So everybody's busy.
Right. Yeah, you're right, Drew. There's a big part of it. It's one thing to actually put up posts onto your social media, but then you've got to really interact. Like, I use a lot of my, any messages that come through, Instagram or Facebook. It's like an instant chat for me. So I'd like to get back to people as quickly as is feasibly possible. And that's part of the magic of it as well, that speed and that convenience and making it easy for people. So, but isn't that amazing, guys? I'm so thrilled to hear how it's transformed your business.
Thank you.
And pushing through those barriers and putting aside all your fears. And obviously it's paying off. You guys are absolute legends. Mark and I talk about it often. Let's go up there. Let's go visit Alice Springs and that whole area. We've never been there. So we'll definitely be catching up with you when we do. What's some tips that you can just give to those people that might be watching? What's like 3 tips that you guys could give away to people?
Be consistent, be authentic, and be yourself.
You sound like me.
Be yourself.
And that's it. It's just
it's true. And one last question, guys. Sorry, go on.
Our vendors pay us a good amount of money to do the job. So just don't promise the world and deliver an atlas. Just be consistent all the time and do what you say you're going to do.
Couldn't agree with you more.
And communication is the biggest thing, and that's what we're getting all the time about. You're a communicator. We ask, do you want it via text, email, phone call? 99% of the time it's text, and it's just bang. I mean, the other day I counted.
Lisa's busy.
Yeah, 200 200 texts. Yeah. Sorry, I won't keep waffling, but I know you're busy. But
don't be silly. I've got to ask you guys one more question. Listings. Do you find that you actually get listing? It's one thing that obviously you're selling using those social portals, in conjunction with the real estate portals, right? It's really important to point out that that's not the only way that we sell. It's really important to point out that it's about listening to the needs of the vendors, and as experienced agents, working out what the best strategy is. Social first. If we don't get the rock star price, of course, we'll move over to those portals. But do you find that you're getting a lot of listings as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. So we do the occasional post, asking for listings, that type of thing. And there's something that we want to sort of start to get into is vendor reviews by video. If the vendor is able to do that, I think that's pretty awesome. They're new things that we want to try.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Tony.
No, I keep on. Almost entirely every single person that contacts us is aware of our social.
How unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, can I tell you, kudos to you guys, because obviously I know firsthand the amount of work that goes into it. Yes, it's free to post onto Facebook and Instagram, but your time's not, and it's commitment, just like anything else. So well done to you guys. Obviously, it's paid off. You've got a massive market share there in Alice Springs. Your stats are unbelievable. Some of them I just want to read out. So this is 1 year these guys have been in business. 1 year. Alice Springs Realty. 51 sales. 18 of those sales were through social media. 35% of them. Unbelievable. Your average days on market sits at about 22, which is unbelievable. Number one agents in the Northern Territory, number one agents in Alice Springs. I mean, phenomenal, guys. Absolutely mind-blowing after a year. Well done. Happy birthday. You deserve all the
Thank
success.
you.
I can tell you just awesome people. I can't wait to get up there and meet you guys in person one day.
Neither can we.
Yeah.
And thank you for your
Lots of
time
love,
once
guys.
again.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you for
Absolute
everything.
pleasure. All the best. Pleasure. Mwah. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.